F-16s intercepted her tiny plane. What the pilots discovered will shock you. Sarah Mitchell, you are a dead woman walking. The voice on the burner phone was cold, mechanical, untraceable. Sarah clutched the flash drive like a lifeline, her reflection flickering in the motel TV. News stations called the facility explosion an accident, but she knew the truth, and the wrong people knew she knew. Outside, headlights cut through the rain. They'd found her. Sarah's only chance was a name. Dr. Elias Voss, the scientist her husband mentioned in his final message. But reaching him meant breaking into the most secure military base on the continent. And if she failed? What she'd seen in that envelope wasn't just a secret, it was an extinction-level threat. Sarah wasn't a soldier. She wasn't a spy. But she was the only one left who could expose the truth. Using her pilot skills, she stole a helicopter from a private airfield, dodging radar by flying under the treetops. Her destination: Black Ridge Research Facility. Inside, the weapon her husband died trying to leak. She made it inside using stolen credentials, only to find Dr. Voss bleeding out in a secure lab. They accelerated the project. It's already airborne, he gasped, shoving a data chip into her hand. Then gunfire erupted. A shadowy figure stepped forward. Agent Cole, her husband's old partner. Sarah, you weren't supposed to survive. Sarah fled through the facility's underground tunnels as alarms wailed. On the data chip? Footage of test subjects, infected with something unnatural. This wasn't just a weapon, it was a bioengineered plague, and the government was about to release it. Sarah hacked into a secure terminal, pulling up files labeled Operation Clean Slate. Her blood turned to ice. This wasn't an attack on enemies, it was population control, and the release date, 72 hours from now. Cornered on the facility's rooftop, Sarah stared down the barrel of Agent Cole's gun. "You can't stop this," he sneered. But then, a roar of jet engines. An unmarked F-16 streaked overhead and fired. The explosion sent Cole flying, but who was flying that jet? Sarah barely escaped in a stolen Humvee, racing toward the nearest news station. But Black Ops teams were already locking down the city. In a last-ditch effort, she live-streamed the data chip to every major outlet, just as soldiers breached the studio doors. "If you're seeing this, they're lying to you," she panted. "Check your skies. Check your hospitals. They're—" Gunfire. Static. 3 days later, the world watched as military convoys rolled into major cities. Officials called it precautionary measures. But in a bunker somewhere, a general watched Sarah's frozen livestream frame, still broadcasting on loop across the dark web. He turned to his aide. Phase 2 begins at dawn. Fade to black.